sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh, man. What's up, hot dogs? Welcome to 10 Drink Minimum. I'm your host. This show is sponsored by Topo Chico Seltzer. Sour cream and salsa seltzer. No, I'm just kidding. We have a good show for you today. We have Smiley in the house.
I am here.
Smiley looks like he's in hell. There's like red behind him. And Holly Ann's not here.
Unfortunately not.
She just doesn't give a fuck about us.
I mean, she seems like it sometimes.
No, I'm kidding. She had something come up, and I was like, it's fine. So we brought a blast from the past back.
Flashback.
One of our old co-hosts, Mikael.
Hello, everybody.
Just in time for the heater to kick on. It is nice out here,
I thought that was the applause.
Yeah.
Roars for me to come back.
How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's funny, like, Michael lives, like, right down the street. We're neighbors.
Just
like,
a hop, skip, jump away.
Oh, nice.
we have to share the same shitty Sonic.
That has no tater tots ever.
They never fucking have tater tots, man.
You know, I'm thinking this is like, the Sonic next to my work is the same way.
Yeah.
Like, where's the good Sonic?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. We need to see, people are like making maps of all kinds of dumb shit. We need those. Like, where's the good Sonic at? I know where good Sonic is.
Where's the good one?
Wait, you said by your work is not good?
No, man, they're always out of stuff.
The one on Gibson?
Yeah.
That's the one I go to when this one's out of shit.
Well,
So I don't know. You know where the good one probably is? Up there on like Eubank and
I was going to say the Heights one
the
on
freeway.
Eubank and Montgomery.
Yeah, all the people players.
ow, that's barely in town.
Yeah. Well, did you see my story from Friday night?
Yeah, how was it going out of town?
Right. So you're a sports person, so we can talk about this. Yeah. I get into trouble on this podcast now because apparently people listen now. Michael, that's what's changed. People now listen to the show. So if I bring up places, people say I ruin them because then, people go there.
Oh, what a great place to go. I heard about it on 10 Drink Minimum.
And first of all, how do you feel about all these new people that have moved into this neighborhood?
Into our neighborhood?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't
Not a
like
huge fan of it.
No. I'll tell you this. I almost threw up yesterday. So there's a burrito place. My secret breakfast burrito place.
Just for friends.
It's over there.
Okay.
I mean, I know you know where it is.
I'm pretty sure
It's by a tire shop.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Like our neighborhood is I don't know how you'd explain it. It's not impoverished, but it's, cultured.
It's very, very cultured.
Very, very cultured.
It's got that lived-in feel.
So I'm getting a burrito there yesterday. And pulls in a $100,000 electric pickup truck to get a burrito there.
No.
Yeah. And I just nearly almost throw up.
So you do think it's just one of those guys that just knows about it, or is trying to take a gamble, or he's heard about it?
It's the gentrification. It's the because I mean I've been seeing a lot more like Porsches and Mercedes and BMWs in the neighborhood.
How are those not stolen yet?
I don't know, Smiley. You got me. I was hoping that would happen, but like I see this truck pulling, and I knew what it was because on YouTube I watch a lot of YouTube. And I watch a lot of like car stuff, and because I'm an e-racer now. I don't know if everybody knew this, right? Anyway, so there's one of the channels I watch. They'll like highlight certain things, and there's a pickup truck now that's like it looks like
electric.
Yeah,
truck.
and it looks like an old like Chevy, but not totally. Not an old Chevy, but like it has that Chevy, like probably like a mid-2000s Chevy truck built, single cab. And so I see it, and I'm like, but it also looks a little like plastic.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Is that yeah? Because I think the Teslas look a little plastic.
They do.
Yeah, they look. The more I see them, like they stand out, and they all look the same. Anyway, I see it pull in, and I go, oh shit! And I was like, is that? And then I see the name. I can't remember the name of it, but immediately I go, oh motherfucker! And I was like, somebody driving $100,000 electric pickup truck just pulled into my secret burrito spot that's hidden away next to like 10 years ago these people wouldn't be in this neighborhood because they'd be afraid.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's like, you motherfucks. Anyway, so that's why I'm not allowed to, my girlfriend gets so pissed. She's like you've ruined somebody's truck. So but I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it because I feel like it's needed. It is and it isn't. So I went on Friday to something that I feel like is an absolute hidden gem of Albuquerque. My friend had been trying to get me to go, and I hemmed and hawed, and I was like, and finally went. So back in the day, we had the New Mexico Scorpions. Yep. Minor league hockey team.
Yeah.
Super fun. When they were at Tingley. You would go to, they called it Stingley instead of Tingley Coliseum. I remember there was a game I was at. There was 9 fights. I saw a guy chop down with a stick on a guy while he was on the ground. I saw some dude in front of the goal. He was trying to pick up the garbage and pop the puck in. Some guy plowed him from behind and his face hit the upper bar of the goal. Just rough hockey.
Yeah.
And in Albuquerque we love that shit, right? Well, then a couple years later the Scorpions were Tingley Coliseum is a big piece of shit then. It's a big piece of shit now, and they wanted a new arena, and no one would buy it, no one would do it. So somebody bought the Scorpions and moved them out to Rio Rancho, to the Santa Ana Star Center or whatever the fuck it's called now, Rio Rancho Event Center, which no one goes to. Oh yeah, right. Did you ever been out there?
No.
Yeah. You really, really have to go want to see an event there.
Fucking
to go out. To
you
that
have
event
to
center.
want the joke I make is that it's in East Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because from my house in the middle of Albuquerque to that place is almost an hour drive. Right?
Pretty much.
And I know if you're living in LA or whatever, you're like, who gives a shit? That's nothing. Well, we don't live in LA. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. Getting in and out of it sucks. Without that, I'd still went to some of the Scorpions games because I like hockey. Mm-hmm. But what had happened is whoever bought the fucking Scorpions, I think the movie Slapshot 2 is about this, but they bought the Scorpions and they were like, we don't care about you going to the NHL. We care about putting on a show for families. So they told them no more fighting, no more hard checking. I think it's when I make gestures it does it. And do you see that little bubble?
Yeah, I saw the thumbs up.
Because I did the thumbs up and it like all of a sudden. See?
Yeah.
Weird.
You're thinking something's good.
And so like...
what makes the balloons happen?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like balloons will pop up.
So if you do like a rocker, will a rocker pop up?
That's a good question. I guess not. Let's do a thumbs up again. See if thumbs up works. I don't know.
Doing tests here.
Yeah, okay, that's how it works. For people who are listening to the audio, on StreamYard, whenever I do a thumbs up, a little bubbles pop up next to my face and a thumbs up pops up emoji. But anyway, so not only was there no fighting, no hard checking, then like they would call a timeout and on the big screen it'd be all, hey there kids, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh, wow.
SpongeBob. And it had turned in, they had taken this amazing thing that was fun to go watch, and I mean violent, and turned it into shit. And you know what happened? They're gone.
Yeah.
Right? And that was, I don't know when the Scorpions last played. I mean, it is probably...
We haven't had a hockey team for a while.
Probably like 8 or 9 years,
yeah.
maybe longer, maybe 10 years? I don't know. So my friend was like, hey man, he moved here from Pennsylvania and he lived in Chicago, and he's like, do you know there's a hockey team here? And I was like, oh, that's right, I'd seen it.
It's like the Wolves or something,
Ice
right?
Wolves, yeah.
Ice Wolves.
And then I'm like, well, it's like juniors, right? Like, for people who don't watch hockey, junior hockey is like 17 to like, I think maybe 19 or 20-year-olds. And these are like prospects that are like, could go to the NHL. Mm-hmm. And, and they're because college hockey is really big. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I have no idea.
North Dakota is like really big. All the Boston colleges, whatever. So these are like kids that are either going to go to that and then go to the NHL, maybe, or do juniors and then go to the NHL if they're that good. And there's no fighting allowed. Like if they fight, they get a 5-game suspension.
Ouch.
Okay, so I'm like, And I mean, hockey, I love hockey. I used to watch a lot. I used to watch it all the time. I don't really watch sports hardly at all, but I know fighting is not everything about hockey, but it's a
part of it.
It's a part of it, right? So I'm like, when my friend keeps asking me to go. And finally, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go. And I forgot. And then, like, Friday, they're all, hey, you guys want to eat at the county line before? And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. So we all go. It's out at the Outpost, the ice rink.
Oh, yeah.
And what a fucking great time.
Oh, I bet.
What a fucking great time. And they're not allowed to fight, but that's okay. Because, man, they got fucking brutal. Like, I saw a dude, the guy swung his stick and elbowed the dude right in the jaw. And it was the guy was on our team, and his helmet came off, and he just gets right up and he grabs his face and he just skates off the ice. And it got pretty. There was a couple of times I'm like, they need to slow this down. It's getting pretty brutal. And it was really funny because like whoever owns like the Outpost or whatever has put a lot of money in it.
Oh yeah,
like they have a whole Bose speaker system throughout the whole thing.
They reamped it a few years ago, and they expanded it. They made the rink, and then they have a whole nother. I haven't been there since they did it. But
you haven't been there since they have the 2 rinks?
No, I haven't.
Well,
but
see,
I just know they changed it all.
No. So they put there's 2 rinks, and then there's a hallway between each one. So when there's no game,
you can just go
big
loop.
So I'd been there since they did that. I'm saying since I'd been there and they'd done that, they've done more.
Oh, okay.
So they put in a team store. They put in that whole Bose they have the speakers. So the audience sits on one side.
Yeah.
And they have like 4 big Bose speakers facing towards the audience. Then out above the ice, like 15 speakers, like that face down. And I mean they're here's what cracked me up. I was like, you don't want these kids to get aggro. They're like, hey, we need to calm it down. Here's Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. We got fun and game. And you're like, I don't think that's going to calm them down. They're just going to buck each other up worse. We lost 3-2, but man, I had a great time. And I think it was pretty much sold out. I mean, I don't know how many people they could probably hold. I'm going to say...
Not the biggest place.
200 maybe? 200 fans? But man, it was like, it was a lot of people. There's no beer. I'm sure because they'd have to get a liquor license.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. There's times, like, it's funny, people are like, how do you watch hockey with no beer? And it's like, it was so aggro in there. I'm kind of glad that people in the audience weren't liquored up. I mean, we had some beers out in the parking lot before.
Oh, yeah.
As you do.
It's parking lot beer, for sure, at the Outpost. Yeah, fun fact, I actually go ice skating every year.
Oh, okay.
I'm always up at the Outpost.
I'd like to go, because I haven't been in a while. I used to ice skate a lot. But man, so we have a kid on the team from Japan. Little guy. He's, I mean, maybe not. Maybe he's tall in Japan. I don't know. He's probably like 5'7" here. But it's really funny
because... That's tall here, man. What are you talking about?
But those guys are tall.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a couple of them during Balloon Fiesta. We help them help us crew for our balloon.
Oh,
and
okay.
they come out and volunteer. And I mean, these guys are a good 1.5 feet taller than all of us.
Oh no, there was
tall.
dude. I didn't realize goalies are getting this. This is what I don't get. Like both the goalies, like one of the dudes, we couldn't score on him because there's no room around his body to get the fucking puck into goal.
Was he like a sumo wrestler in the?
Dude, he was like 6'4".
Okay.
6'4" goalie. And my buddy's like, yeah, that's like he's like pretty much goalies in the NHL. Like if you're not above 6'1", you're not gonna make it. And I'm like, dude, tall people like doing the splits? That sounds awful. Like that can't work out well later in life in your career, you know. But dude, they were both big as shit. And I'm not gonna lie about this. There were 2 players on our team, and they were defensivemen because you would have to be tough. You would have to be tough. One guy's name was Kuntz, Kuntz, right across the back of his jersey, which you can buy a jersey with that on the back. And the other guy's name was Fister.
What's up?
So our defensive men are Fister and Kuntz. And I was like, and everybody's like, yeah, they're pretty tough. I was like, yeah, no shit.
Sure it's
called elementary school. You know what I mean?
Fister, wow.
Especially for Fister.
Yeah. Kuntz, like Kuntz.
Yeah, that's hard, but
just think about this. You're an elementary school teacher.
Smiley was rough, but that can go 2 different directions.
Yeah.
Fister, I don't even.
You're an elementary school teacher, and you're going down like it's the first day of school, and you're like, Kennedy, Carrison, Jesus Christ, Kuntz, please be Kuntz, yeah, fuck. But they were like our defensive guys, and they, pounded people. There was some pretty brutal. It's funny, like, of course, I was very loud and brash at the show. I mean, shocked.
No way, Chris.
So I was making lots of comments, making people laugh. The funny one though is like one of their dudes skates to get the puck right in front of us. We're like mid-ice, and one of our dudes fucking comes up behind him, forearm to the back of his head, and slams his head right into the glass. And I go, "Welcome to Albuquerque," and like, you just heard people laugh all the way down. And I was like, yeah. But it was really funny because like I was worried a little bit that people were gonna get mad, and I was like, "Oh, are we allowed to?" Because at Isotopes, you're really not allowed to like.
No, they hate when you heckle.
They get mad. You might get kicked out. I almost got kicked out once. And I was like, oh, I did it a couple times. I was like, oh man, am I allowed to yell things? And the guy in front of me goes, oh yeah, you can yell things.
He's all, that's good.
It's fine. So this one guy is named from Amarillo because we were playing Amarillo.
All right.
So it was double like go fuck you because they're from Texas,
Oh yeah.
But the guy's name was like Papa Salopoulos. And so then I was like, and so he had the name all the way across the jersey, and then like it went down into like his like arms, and so I just kept fucking his name up, and people they thought that was the best shit ever. And I was like, really? Nobody knows that joke? I was like, I even called him Mr. Papadopoulos. Does anybody know the reference? Smiley.
I've heard of it. I just can't remember where it's from.
Webster.
Yeah.
Mr. Papadopoulos. I don't know. I had a lot of fun.
That's an old reference.
Yeah, I know.
If you didn't grow up homeschooled like me, watching daytime television and reruns the whole time, you probably didn't know it.
But
or you just had to be way older.
And you know what? You know what was crazy too? Tickets are $10 to $15.
Oh no, I love the Outpost, dude.
Yeah,
like I said,
this is a hockey. This is a sporting event. Like $10 to $15. You can't hardly find anything like that anymore.
Take a little nips in the parking lot, go watch a game.
Fucking hell, you can.
Or go just a few hours in the skate rink.
Yeah. And then, see, that's the thing, too. During the hockey game, you can rent skates and be in the other rink and watch the game while you skate. And so you've done this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a whole group of friends that goes up there.
Well, now I'm mad at Smiley. Thanks for telling us how cool it was, Smiley.
I mean, there's pictures of me on my MySpace and stuff. Did you mention it?
I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
MySpace?
I'm sorry. There's pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is it? Facebook?
Facebook. Your MySpace?
There's probably pictures of it on my MySpace too. I've been ice skating for a while since I was a teenager. So.
Well, I've ice skated, for a long time as well, but I didn't realize that. So I heard junior hockey Ice Wolves can't fight, didn't want to go. Now I can't wait to go to go again.
Let me know, dude.
Had a blast.
I'd love to go up there.
Had a blast. Also, don't go. Don't buy tickets.
Don't go.
Motherfuckers. Don't take your fucking $100,000 electric truck up there, you son of a bitches.
Well, those are like candy up there.
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
But it was funny though too, because like, so I made a whole like, what do you call it, Facebook story, and I was all, I was like, it feels really good to get out of town and watch some hockey. And I was like, what town is this? And my friend was like, the Heights.
Hey, man, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's
it is.
fair.
It is like a different town, right?
I grew
It
up.
is, because in that corner, sorry,
Oh, no,
in that corner, it does feel like you're in a different
it does, yeah.
city.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing up there except for there's the outpost and there's the tram.
Yeah.
That's like it.
County Line.
Oh, yeah, okay.
County Line Barbecue, which is
There you
great.
go.
Which is great.
3 things on
Okay.
that lonely, barren road up there.
On a cold, dark night.
So where's the outpost? Well,
Next door to the county line.
eventually you'll run out of any town at
Oh.
all, and you know you missed it.
Just take tramway north
Oh, I gotta.
until it can't go any farther.
That's right. And if it makes an abrupt left turn, you
Yeah.
went too far.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I've got to bring something up. This is what cracked me up too. So they have like all the advertisements and all the sponsors on the wall, you know, and I saw the worst, like one of the worst fucking things ever.
No.
So the Rail Runner, for people who are not from Albuquerque or New Mexico, we have a commuter train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It runs from Belen all the way up to Santa Fe, right? Is that right?
I think so. Does
Yeah.
it go past Santa Fe?
No, because
I don't think the commuter train goes past Santa Fe.
no,
Yeah.
because then the people who like work in Los Alamos, there's a bus that picks them up.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, there's a advertisement on the wall in the arena. This is what they put on the advertisement. Chill out on the train. Fine. All right. Then it says, you know, the Rail Runner. You know, the Rail Runner. And then it has the website. And I'm like, huh.
Like we forgot.
Right. Chill out on the train. You know, the Rail Runner. Like, someone was sitting there like, oh, that's genius. And it's like, that is fucking terrible.
That is like they had a week
Yeah.
to figure out a
Right.
slogan or something to put down.
They like woke up the morning of and they're like, what do I got to do today? Oh, fuck, the slogans do.
Yeah. So everyone's stoned in the spitball
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Ah, I like that one.
It's like, hey, good Christmas shopping. You know, the mall. You know? What kind of dumb shit is that?
Yeah.
So you crewed during Balloon Fiesta?
I did. I crewed the entire week.
So I heard there was like record numbers this year. Is that right?
There was, especially the last Saturday
Yeah.
of Balloon Fiesta because
So-
of the eclipse.
You know
Oh.
how yeah. Oh, that's right.
So I think there was like 200,000 people on the field
During the eclipse,
during the eclipse. Yeah.
200,000 fucking people out there.
Supposedly, yeah.
Fuck. How do you feel like about that? Are you fine with it?
About the amount of people or about?
Yeah.
I was good with it.
Yeah.
It was exciting to have that many people out there. It was.
Did they all fit like comfortably? It wasn't
Yeah.
like bursting
Well,
at the seams
it
or
was
anything?
because
That's a big park, though.
since
It is.
yeah, and since the balloons, majority of the balloons didn't take off that morning because the winds were too high. Once the balloons are out of the way,
Yeah.
you have that entire space to fill in.
Interesting.
true.
It's just, oh man, and it's really weird. So they like, here's what blows my mind, and I don't know if this is the city that's done this, and if so, cool. Like this is like I thought that there was not a lot of people here. I thought that we were like really down because like it didn't really affect me at all this year, and I wonder if the city really went out of their way to keep all of the people who came into town for Balloon Fiesta on that side of town. Because usually, like, you go out and it's like, you can't eat anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Traffic is a fucking nightmare. And it seemed like this year was, like, really smooth.
My life pretty much revolved around Balloon Fiesta, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't really decide from outside of that. But I do agree. It seemed like it was a little bit calmer
Yeah.
outside of the Balloon Fiesta area.
Because I was like, man, there's going to be the big eclipse thing, and they really pumped it up. I was like, we're going to have, like, I was just psyching myself up. I was like, oh, God, we're going to have so many people here. And we did.
Yeah.
Like, and for reference for people who don't live in New Mexico, Albuquerque and the metro area, we're not quite 1 million people. We're about 900 and something thousand with all the, you know.
We're always floating around that area.
Yeah. Well, in a 10-day span, 9 or 10 day, whatever, we get 100,000 or 900. We get 900,000 people here.
Yeah, we
Pretty much, yeah.
effectively double the size.
And so you're basically taking a town with an infrastructure for 900,000 people and doubling it. And imagine having to try to function in that 9-day period. I'm all over the place with my camera. What up, little Bobby Tucker? The eclipse was great. I don't know. I was day drunk.
It was really cool.
Yeah. But it really didn't seem, I don't know. And it really blows my mind because, like, Old Town is like fucking Balloon Fiesta tourist candy. So,
yeah.
I honestly, it was the smoothest Balloon Fiesta's ever been since I've lived here. For me, you know?
Maybe it's just my the hours I keep, but I didn't notice anything.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I think it's because of the hours you keep.
Well, I mean,
Well, you probably would have run into them in the morning.
Right.
Kind of a thing.
And they also don't go in your liquor store.
Yeah.
well, no,
Smiley, tourists don't go to your part of town?
I was thinking about the part of town that I live in.
Oh.
Like, you know, I did my regular errands, you know.
Yeah.
I stopped by the Frontier and got like some dinner, you know.
Yeah.
I went by the Smiths. I went to, like, there was no one around that was.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that the Blue Fiesta was there.
And you would think see, that's how I was. I was like, it got to the point where I had like completely like forgotten that it was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, like, you can't go out and eat anywhere unless you go to the somewhere in the war zone, because people won't go over there.
Yeah.
That's just for locals.
Here's a story. So my father passed away, and we're at the funeral home. This is like, we're at the funeral home like 3 days after planning.
Mm-hmm.
And not a moment, you know, of levity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the funeral director goes, he's like, yeah, very sorry for your loss. And he's like, so do you guys all live here? And I said, no, I'm down here from Albuquerque. And he goes, oh, so do you know about the war zone? And I go, yeah, I'm very aware of it. And he goes, oh, tough to go there, right? And I go, no, I kind of work right by there. I'm like, you probably wouldn't want to be there at night, but weird conversation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
That one specific thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah.
Like
Totally.
immediately he's oh, you're from Albuquerque?
You need
Do
bulletproof and everything.
Do you know about the war zone? And for people who don't live here, I'm doing a lot of explaining. The International District is what we call it.
Yes, it's an actual neighborhood town.
Right. But there's an area of town that is nicknamed the war zone, and it's
I work there.
He does. In what kind of clothing do you wear at this job you're at?
What are you talking about? My accessories to my clothing, actually?
I am.
Oh, okay. I get they supplied me with an asp, my own personal asp.
Uh-huh.
A bulletproof jacket. It's rated for knives and pistols.
Okay. So if somebody comes in with an AK-47,
I need to duck and cover still. I'm not
right.
going to try and take a bullet.
Okay.
It's just there for fun.
all right. And this is the part of town you work in. So
Yes.
so during Balloon Fiesta, if you want to go eat, which I know people are like, why would you do that? There are some places over there that are pretty amazing.
Cervantes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you said.
Okay.
We didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. Shh.
You have the very much the tourist
Yeah.
places that
Yeah.
they'll go and eat
Yeah.
at. And
What was the? Because I didn't go at all. What was the food situation? I heard there was a lot of places that are normally there. They couldn't open because they didn't have enough staff.
I've heard of that too. They were always looking for
Can I have a
volunteers and stuff like that. So I didn't really get to go down food row a whole lot.
Really? What do you guys do? Well, explain. Why not? Like, what do you eat?
We either kind of have a crew air space at it's called the Sid Cutter Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
So we can go and grab a couple snacks.
Toe Cutter Pavilion. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Kidding.
And we can go grab a couple snacks in there, and then we're back at the
Back to drinking and doing the cocaine
yeah.
that everyone knows you guys do.
That's how we function
No, I'm kidding.
during Balloon Fiesta. No, and then the crews, the crew chiefs and all that kind of supply food after we
Oh,
chase
okay.
balloons and stuff like that.
What was the party atmosphere this year?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my pilots are out of Belgium, so we did our parties back at the one of the crew members' house.
Oh.
And just kind of hung out there.
No pre-partying?
No pre-parties.
Did they crack down on that? There used to be, right?
There's no pre-parties before flying.
Ever?
Ever. Anything that happens is after we pack up the balloon, after we're done chasing.
Is that your official statement?
That's honest truth.
That's just how it works, Chris.
We all come back to the balloon field, and we'll tailgate, and because most of these pilots are not from Mexico, not from this country,
right?
And this is the one time a year that they can see all these people. So
that's
it
true.
does turn into a big party.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I didn't know this, but they actually do an event at the zoo where all the crews and the pilots and everybody get to go to the zoo.
I saw. No, I saw. That was the one time it affected me.
Yeah.
Actually, man, it blew my mind. Like, because I have this side window over here for my kitchen. I look out and there's like people parking there, and this was the week of Halloween, and I'm like, oh god dang it, what's happening? And it was the Boo for the zoo, or
the Boo Zoo.
Boo, yeah.
Or Zoo Boo.
And Jesus Christ, man. You would think people have not been out for generations. There was so many, like, I should have planned, because I have that lot out front. Mm-hmm. I should have been like, $10, park in here. You need to buy some water? I got water. There was cars throughout the whole neighborhood, probably all the way down to where you live. They were all the way down 8th Street to go to that thing. And I need to get like a calendar from them, and then make some money on my parking lot.
Nice.
Well, I kind of laughed at myself during the run for the zoo, and I think it's in the spring.
Oh,
and they blocked your entire driveway, and I'm like, well, I guess he's not going anywhere.
Oh, my driveway, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the start
is right up from your front door.
It is hilarious.
So what we're doing this next year?
Not for him, but
no, it will be.
It will be? Okay.
Because you're going to be here.
Okay. Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Because we're going to do this.
Are you going to do commentary?
No, we're going to do a Bloody Mary brunch outside in my front yard. We're going to set up and have a nice thing out there, so we can all sit there, hungover, and drink. Eat snacks, and when people come in my yard, I'll be like, whoa, 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 and then I'm gonna so people were sitting on my fence too, which I wouldn't care, but it's not the best fence, so I don't want to fall over, and then they're like, I'm suing you, it's like so I was kind of upset about that, but yeah, they blocked me in. I knew it was coming.
Okay.
Because they first of all, it happened last year, but the worst thing about it is when you're laying in bed, it's a Sunday morning, and you were out the night before getting ripped, and it's like, fuck, I don't know what time they start, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. We've got group number 1 coming up, and they're on a megaphone, just fucking yelling it out on a megaphone. You're like... And
they have the music playing in the background, and the whole thing.
Yeah, the dude's on the megaphone. And when I say, people are like listening, when I say a guy in a megaphone, like, when I say they're in front of my house, they're on the street 20 yards from me.
If that, yeah.
If that. Yelling on a megaphone. And it's 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And then I found out, what was it, 9,000 people?
Yeah.
9,000 people.
Marching past your house.
I mean, that was one where there was cars up and down my street.
Oh, yeah.
I had at least...
Yeah.
Because I had a friend make me go do it.
What a moneymaker, too.
Down here.
Do you see what it costs to do this thing?
Oh, yeah.
It's like $45.
Yeah, I didn't pay. I didn't do it.
Well, no, but I mean, like, it's $45 to do this thing.
Yeah.
9,000 people, do the math. And then it's funny because, like, everybody's like, well, they give you a T-shirt. You know what a T-shirt costs to be made? That's like $6.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And then they have the medals, but the medals are only for, I think, the marathon and half marathon.
Yeah. And then you also get a day pass to the zoo that day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a big whoop. Dude, like 400,000, like, I don't know what it is, whatever 9,000 people is, times 45.
Yeah.
Man, what a group. I mean, but it all goes to the zoo, which is great. Because I love the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a, since you're in the neighborhood, do you have one of those year-long passes to the zoo?
No, actually.
Oh, you should get one.
I didn't know we could, but yeah.
Well, they don't give it to you for free. But,
no, but...
Yeah.
I just went during Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah.
I probably won't go again until Run for the Zoo, because
okay.
that'll probably be the next time I go.
Yeah. Are you going to run for the zoo?
Maybe.
Run
We'll see.
for the zoo.
My friend had a team created, and so she wanted me to run in it.
I'm sorry, what,
like,
a team?
Yeah, she got a sponsorship, like, so she got a team together to run.
There's team sports and running now? I guess.
Anyways, she
weird.
had a group together that she sponsored, saying, "Hey, come wear our shirt and run for the zoo."
I'm gonna run out there and get a Bloody Mary. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's my stop. I run right here, and then I
get a Bloody Mary.
I veer into Chris's
Damn straight.
house.
Well, you'd have to run backwards, because like the start line is like right over here.
But they set up in stages, in group stages,
right,
and so.
Oh no, I heard.
I'll just stay in the back.
Oh, I heard all the different stages, and I was like, fuck.
So no.
So we're planning a party, and then we'll have to draw a map or do a map for people that are coming, because we'll have to be like, you have to park here, you can't, and you have to walk over, you know.
Oh yeah, parking was insane. In my front yard, because I have a big yard.
I'll have to find out when it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, and I want people to know, I'm not supporting the Run for the Zoo. This is a spite thing.
Oh, that's why we're supporting you.
That's right.
I'm like, this sounds like a great idea, Chris. I will show up there.
Yeah. And if somebody's like, you can't do that, I'll be all, the fuck I cannot. You put your shit in front of my place, so fuck you. Burn in hell. It's all spite.
I'll take some mushrooms, start raving out.
I think most of those people that are running will be like, yeah, let's go.
I'm
cheering you on for your Bloody Mary bar.
I might pull my PA out and fucking play music. And if somebody's like, yeah, turn that down, I'll be like, you need to go fuck yourself. How about that? And I love the zoo. I'm all for the money that's going to it. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know what I don't like about it.
I'll be out there making Bloody Marys for everyone.
Fuck yeah, you will. And somebody like, can I buy one? No, but you can have one.
We got that portable bar set up, man. We just wheel it out there.
Yeah, we have a whole portable bar.
Oh, I can't wait to see that
one.
With
the cooler. It pops up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Smiley got it for us. Of course he did.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
That's right. But like, it's funny too. You know who will be welcome? You know who will be welcome? Those dads that they're like, I didn't want to come to this. My whole family's doing it. I'm just here to cheer them on. Those guys, come on in. Let's have a Bloody Mary. I might pull a TV out there and watch some TV. Fuck, I don't know. Some spite going on. Play some Xbox.
Come to my spite party. I guess.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Have reclining chairs, just like.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh for sure.
Oh yeah. This is a spite show. This is we finally figured out we're just a spite show.
It's what makes us happy.
It makes us happy. People are like, man, you're spiteful. I know. Good life.
Look at the grin on my face.
Having a great time.
Just master plans over here.
Yeah. Have a big no gentrification sign. I don't know. Man, and I tell you this. Oh, here we go. There's a group in Berkeley called Drinkers with a Running Problem. You know what I really hate is punny shit like that. I'm just kidding. It's fine. You know what? I will support one marathon, and one marathon only, and it's in El Paso, and it is the Malort Marathon.
Oh.
Where every quarter mile they take a shot of Malort. Sported.
How long?
26 miles?
I don't know how long they go.
Well,
I don't know. I have no idea.
That can't be a full marathon.
They probably run. You know what? I'm thinking they're probably going about a mile.
I hope so.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
That'd be amazing, right? Yeah, we do about a mile. That'd be awesome. It's like, look it up, Malort Marathon. I think it's in El Paso, and you get a patch. And I'm like, man, I don't want to run a marathon, but I really want one of those patches. I like it.
I wanted to attempt the beer mile, but that one does not.
My friend Lauren did it, and she threw up.
Yeah. Most people do.
Like, how many beers do you have to do?
One each lap. So if you're doing it around a track and field.
I'm sorry. There's laps?
Well, so if you're doing it around a track field, each lap is is like a quarter of a mile.
This sounds.
So you do 4 laps. So you do 4 beers.
It's like sounds like the softball thing on The Simpsons. All you make it to first base, you chug a beer. Make it second base, you chug a beer. Make it third base, chug a beer.
Yeah.
Says what it
Well,
sounds
that
like.
just sounds like kickball with a keg at second.
Yeah.
Chug a beer before you run
Sounds great.
the rest of the way.
I don't know. They have a Malort 5K in Chicago. That
Jesus. 5K with how far is a 5K?
It's 3.5 miles.
Fuck, man.
There's about.
That's not that far, really, right?
I mean, I can do a mile, but anything past that is I'm gonna have to work for it.
Yeah. I mean, you have to run. You can't just walk it. I know the run for the zoo. You can walk, right?
You can run and walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can walk.
I mean, pretty
miles,
much. Here's the thing: if I pay the entry fee to fucking the Boston Marathon, if someone chews me out for walking, they can go fuck themselves. Mm-hmm. I'm walking. Well, you should run. Nah. I think Boston Marathon's like really long. Though,
Well, that
right?
one, I mean, that's 26 miles, and you have to qualify for the Boston Marathon. You can't just buy your way in. You have to run another marathon
Chris
first.
is all, we'll see.
I know he's going to be the one person to figure out how to get in there.
Interesting. You really have to qualify for that?
Yeah.
Is it that famous now?
Yep.
Interesting. Shit's gotten out of hand. Remember there was a little while there was like so many different ones and they all had like themes and shit.
Yeah.
Like there was like the color mile or the color whatever and they'd like throw colored powder all over each other.
That sounds like fun.
The color run, yeah.
Just to make fun of Diwali. Or holiday, whatever. The Indian one.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just raking it right in their face. No, I'm just kidding. Then there was like a zombie run and there were just all different ones. There was like, the costume ones. There used to be just a ton of them.
They would just do a theme like each month. And it would.
And there was all these like middle-aged like white ladies who didn't have any meaning in their life, just like running. I'm very salty today. I don't know why.
It's just fitness, Chris. It's just people trying to stay in shape. It's not that bad.
Smiley, you need to be on my side on this one.
Hey, man, I'm on No Drink November right now. I'm doing a cleanse.
Am I the only one drinking today?
I guess so, yeah.
Guess so.
Jesus, that's the problem here.
We're not as salty as you today.
Oh, I'm salty every day, but so I went. Here's what really grinds my gear. No, so oh wow, they're saying in the Boston Marathon they're saying a local native kid took 10th place.
Wow, that's impressive.
Is he talking? Are you talking about the Boston Marathon, Spider? Anyway, so I try to go. Like my girlfriend and I, we do brunch on Sundays, and because we're white people.
Because you're brunch people.
Yeah, I was to say white people, but so we go to the first place, and it's packed, and fuck, because we got up a little late. It's kind of our fault, and the church crowd gets out and bucks everything up. So we're like, okay, well, let's go to the other place we like, which we actually like more, but it's farther away. So we go there, and it's the shop.
Oh, nice.
And the shop is so good.
It's so good.
Walk up to the place, and the line is at the door. That's how long it is.
Yeah.
And we're like...
I always wake up late, so that's how it always looks to me.
And for people who don't know, our friend runs it, and he was on Beat Bobby Flay. He's been on a couple of those shows on Food Network. He's insanely great.
Oh, yeah.
And so the line is at the door, and you know what? I don't care if that's how it is, except for just walking in, and you just know, like, out of all the people in the line, there's like three groups out of the whole thing that are from here, and all the rest are from somewhere else.
Yeah,
you can just see it, and this is a constant theme on this show.
I don't even know how do you even park up there, because I
It's
walk
so bad,
there.
right? So here's the other thing: these places where you walk in and you order first. This is a constant theme. Where you have these fucking entitled pieces of shit that one of them stands in line and the other one runs over and steals a table, and it's not how it works. So if you go in the shop now, it's so bad. It had gotten so bad. You cannot look anywhere and not see a sign that says, "Do not get a table till you have ordered." On each table, there's a little pop-up tent on each corner. there's a sign at the front as you walk in that says, "We will take you to a table after you order."
Dang.
Wow.
Then
we will teach you like your children.
Then there's a big sign up by the menu. Do not take tables until you have ordered. And it's like, how do people not fucking understand that? And everybody's like, I don't know why it's a big deal for you. Because you will see elderly people standing there with no table while fucking young ass 20-somethings have stolen a table and don't give a fuck.
Well, you know, I come in when I show up at the shop, it's usually because I haven't gotten to sleep yet.
Yeah, I believe it.
And
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I have just forced myself onto other tables. Oh, there's no place to sit. I'm going to sit with you guys. You guys look like fun.
Which is fine. That should be a thing. That's a big like European thing.
Oh yeah.
And we should be like that.
I do it all the time because, you know.
But you know
I've been
how
up
it
on,
is,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Not everyone's me.
Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, there was so, like...
But I hate seeing that, yeah.
But you go in there and you see people and you're like, I know you're not from here because you have on sandals with socks. And you know what I mean? And it's like, ugh, good. And like people from Colorado. Why are people from Colorado moving here?
Because it got too expensive in Colorado.
Colorado is too expensive?
Oh yeah. They've outpriced themselves.
Yeah. Well, we have too.
They
Have
were
we not?
They were teetering there for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten any better.
Jesus. Like, why?
I have friends that live in Denver, but I mean they live just outside of Denver now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Goodness. Yeah, but it was tough, man. But we finally got to eat. And like, here was the thing. We go in, and it's like 1 o'clock, right? It's after like lunch. We walk up, and the line is from the counter to the door. All tables full. By the time we sit down, I look over, line is still all the way to the door. Like it like as we're, like it's not getting
It just
smaller.
never calmed down.
And I'm just like, man, and then they start finally putting up a list on the wall of things that they're starting to run out of. And I'm just like, man, you guys need to like get another place. You guys got to get a bigger one. But here's
that location's so good. I can walk
there.
there.
It is. In this, like, tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I always feel like, and I'm sure there's some people that are like, no, you're not right because of this, but maybe. I always feel like when there's a place that's amazing and it gets really, like busy, then they'll shut down to like expand, or they'll move into like a bigger place, and then it goes to shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Every time.
Every time. Like, it's like, you're like, well, they're gonna shut down and they're gonna like build onto the building, and then you're like, now they have more room, and then all of a sudden you go in and you're like, oh, they've switched the cheese, and now it's like a fake cheese, and now they've changed it, and then all of a sudden you're like, ugh.
The quality's gone.
Yeah. Like almost,
because they're trying to make mass amounts of food. Yeah. It's not as like mom and pop as you want it to be. And so
I feel like
it kind of loses its essence a little bit.
And but then there's always like that.
But I mean,
yeah,
the place where the shop was at, that used to be like a retail store before. So I feel like if they can just throw a kitchen in there, they can throw a kitchen in anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was not a restaurant before they made it into one.
And the thing that cracks me up too is next door is like an oxygen bar. I don't even know what that is.
That still exists?
Really?
Thank you.
They used to exist like in the early 2000s, like oxygen bars, and I'm like,
I remember when that opened up there. I just didn't ever think it was still there.
It's not, but it like the stuff's still in there.
Oh, okay.
But like, who was doing that?
I don't know.
But I mean, I thought about this, and I was like, if there was going to be a place that had oxygen bars, it would be like Albuquerque or like San, because we're fucking high elevation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get it, but also I don't. Like,
I mean, there's only a few places in the U.S. where they treat you for
altitude sickness.
Yeah, altitude sickness, where they treat the they teach the EMTs. It's a specialized EMT training that you don't get everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Well, because most people don't show up to a place and be like, I don't understand what's.
Yeah, I'm so tired all of a sudden. But like, also though, I don't know. So I'm like, they should move into the oxygen bar or take it over and have 2.
Expand it.
But then again, I don't know if I want them to, because then like you run into that thing where it's like, well, now it's not as good, because they had to like hire another chef, and he doesn't know how to pull. I don't know, whatever. But it always seems like when a place is like successful and they're like, we're moving locations or we're expanding, and you're like, well, we used to love that place. But then there's those people that like are diehards, and they're like, even though like the quality is good, like Blake's Slaughterburger.
Cool.
People still preach about that's the best hamburger in town. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. What do you think of this In-N-Out burger thing?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm been a big fan of In-N-Out for a while, so we'll see. That'll have, but I won't go to it until it's lost its little.
Well, when is that going to be?
Who knows? But it's the same thing that happened with the Dutch Brothers that came through. But then they expanded, and there's so many Dutch Brothers now that it kind of cleared everything out.
But and Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Like, I still haven't been to that place.
Neither
have
I.
A Raising Cane's opens. There's a dude. Oh, God damn it. There's a guy at Raising Cane's. The thumb thing happening. There was a guy that was the first person to order because he camped outside for 4 days. Not from here. This guy. You know what? I'm teasing this for the second hour. I'm not. We're going to talk about this in a second.
All right.
Raising Cane's and Costco. Those 2.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Those two things.
We'll see what the connections are here.
Okay. Are you writing it down?
I am.
There's a connection. And it is called basic life. Your life is basic and you're shit. I'm just going to say it right there.
All right.
No, you'll hear it and you'll understand. Some people need better life goals. I'm just saying.
I mean, it does sounds like that.
Anyway, I haven't been to Raising Cane's because it's chicken strips. And someone's like, well, they batter them. I was like, yeah, they do that at the supermarket over here. And then someone's like, well, it's the sauce. Well, you can go online and get the recipe.
Right, yeah.
And you know what people are loving, that like why they love the sauce? It has liquid smoke in it. That's why.
Shocker.
Guaranteed. But like the In-N-Out thing, I've eaten In-N-Out multiple times. I think In-N-Out has a pretty good hamburger. I don't understand the insanity over it, though.
That I don't know if it's because of how many for variations you can do with it. You have the secret menu. You have this. I mean, anytime I've gone there, it's great. It's good quality.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
I'll tell you the one time.
Reason,
I'll tell you the one time it wasn't. Is I went to the In-N-Out Burger in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I was just gonna say Vegas.
One of them, and it was the dirty. It was very dirty.
Was it the one on the strip, right next to the? Okay.
No, I was there for 10 days, and I found one that was off the strip, and I went, and I was like, oh. Like, I assumed they were all just, like, nice, and,
Yeah.
Nope. They get run down like a Burger King, just like anything else. And I was like, ew. It was not good. And I guess that the thing is the animal style, right? That's the
big one that people like to get.
Animal style fries, animal style burger.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the Flying Dutchman, which is just burger patties with no bun. That's
really?
One. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just a Whataburger guy. Just a simple Whataburger guy.
There you go.
I live in a simple Whataburger world, and
I've always been Wendy's.
We're not going to talk about hamburgers anymore on the show.
I was like, we've had this conversation before.
We almost had a fist fight. We had to do a redemption show about hamburgers, and it was pretty funny. It got a lot of.
That's right. We're not supposed to talk about burgers on the show.
No, we exercised that demon. I thought. I don't know. So we're gonna take a break. Do you have anything to promote or anything going on?
No, not right now.
Not right now. I don't think I do. I'm gonna be on the Only Kings podcast, but that's not gonna be recorded till next month. I'm gonna be at the Launchpad tonight. FAE, FEA. I don't know. Our friends Gun Safe and All Thick are playing tonight. So.
Oh shit!
And I haven't been out in a little while since Night of Living cover band, so it's time to go out. Smiley, you're not on strike anymore.
That is correct. That is the news for this week.
Yeah.
No longer on strike.
Yeah.
I already sent in an application for like 4 jobs, like 2 hours. Like the second 2 hours before it even went into effect, I was all sending out, "Oh, this is my new headshot."
Oh, really?
Oh my god, yeah, dude, I haven't had a job acting in like 7 months.
Lazy. You could have acted on this show. Could have been something.
Okay, how about a paying job then?
Oh, okay. Well, that works. Yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a little bit. Talk about Costco and Raising Cane's and how people fucking are basic pieces of shit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it written down.
I think you guys will agree with me on this.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see if you do or don't. I'm like, okay. Because I meant to talk about the Costco thing for a long time. I just keep forgetting. There was an article that came out.
Oh, okay.
You'll see. We'll talk about it.
And some references here.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. With that, we
We
are
10 drink minimum.
Strong, there's no use crawling to your doorstep. I'm speaking of wishes, boy, the days they could be better. Don't assume right. I'm just way high, the world's a bar, and I want it to save a portion for us. What could be better? How do you do that? Take a place on, I'm back to my dream of starting my days next to your skin. Chase it on. Was it you? Your face is my eyes, your eyes. I've got time to park at me. Walk with me to the corner of Richmond. Your apartment's mine, so then what we for all the years that I came away strong, there was no use in crawling to your doorstep. I'm speaking of wishes, boy, the days they could be better. Don't assume right, but I'm just way high. The world's a bar, and I want it to save a portion for us. What could be better? How do you do right? Take a place on, I'm back to my dream of starting my days next to your skin. Chase it on. Do you hear that sound? It's the sound of you taking me back. Your eyes say no, that look is mine. Look back inside, for that's the right on this. Come on, just a slice of what we have. Just the same, let's all render me a kind of ghost floating in a maze of my demise. But back set for a certain kind of time machine to take me to the dawn of when we met. That sound is the sound of you taking me back. Your eyes say no, that look is my own. The back set for that's alright, yeah, oh yeah. Come on, just a slice of what we have.
At birth, Mama popped a cold little boy in there, drinking on the banks of the river's bed. Big boat tied to a big tall tree, home for my mama and my papa and me. Papa took a tree, Papa jumps to his feet. Ready, Mama cooking Papa something to eat. Half west, Papa, she's ready to go. Jumps to his deer headed down the bayou. He's got the fishing line strung across the Louisiana River. Gonna catch a fish for us too. Set the traps in the swamps, catching everything he can. Gonna make a living, he's a Louisiana man. Gonna make a living, he's a Louisiana man. Muskrat eyes hang by the dust. Even got a lady making muskrat fun. Got a water dry in a hot, hot sun. Tomorrow Papa's gonna turn him into mud. For my mama Rita and my daddy Jack, little baby brother on the floor that's smack. Bren and Lynn are the family twins. Big brother Eddie on the bayou fishing. On the river boat is my papa's big boat. That's the way my papa goes into town. Takes it to a place at night and day. Even makes a place where the people stay. I can hardly wait till tomorrow comes around. That's the day my papa goes into town. Not him promised me that I could go. Even gonna see a cowboy show. See the Bible begins for the first time then. Oh, my papa gonna go back again. Papa said, son, we got a line to run. Going back again, there's work to be done. Tomcat sitting on a bale of hay, bulldog sitting on the ground. I went and touched the bulldog's tail. They went around and around and around. They went around and around. It's the same old tale that the goat told me, way down yonder by the sycamore tree. Same old tale that the goat told me, way down yonder by the sycamore tree.
Until the world is small, until the voices are not heard at all. Above it all, the wings are see-through, but the world can't see you. The shade fade on the concrete pave, let's cover the earth wide. the Arctic ice. Let's cover the earth white. It's hard despite the Arctic ice. Let your body.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh, man. It's the Wavy / Billy Hour. You've been listening to 10 Drink Minimum, sponsored by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Man, I've had a couple of those hard seltzers. I'm the only one drinking today. Smiley's doing No Nut November, is that right?
Oh no, I don't drink during November because October.
Oh,
October is the party.
it
month.
is. It is a party month, and we have one of our old co-hosts filling in for Holly Ann. We have Michael. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
I know I'm doing the no drink November and then some
Yeah.
too.
I'm doing no 40 November. I'm not going to drink a 40 the entire month of November.
That's hard work, man.
Yeah. I'm really not happy with the 40 industry as a whole.
I know. Do you know like those new plastic tops?
I don't like the plastic tops, plastic bottles.
Oh yeah.
It's like, no.
What is this? Soda pop?
No. And now, and it's really funny because this was a joke I used to do back in the day, and this lady took it seriously, and she was an accountant. But I was like, yeah, man, I want to start a business where I make refillable 40 bottles, and I drive around in a ice cream style truck, and I'll refill you buy the original bottle from me, and then I'll come to your neighborhood, and you can get a refilled 40 for $3 or $4. And it was a joke. And this lady goes down, like she goes on her own, does a whole like breakdown, and to tell me about how this will not make money. And I'm like, and I sat through like her whole like thing, and she like had the breakdown of everything, and I was like, I was fucking kidding, right? Like she was like, you'd have to sell them for like this much money. I'm like, it was quite hilarious, but yeah. And anyway, so Raising Cane's, Costco.
Yeah,
right?
apparently.
Okay. So this dude camps out 4 days to go to Raising Cane's, and I know we've talked about this on the podcast before. So did you know that this guy, his goal in life is he wasn't from here. Anytime a Raising Cane's opens, he has to be the first one to order.
How is that a life goal for anybody?
Is he rich?
I don't think so.
It's
Like, I don't know.
so he lists out whenever like,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
we've had multiple Raising Cane's, so he has to go to every single one of them first.
Apparently so. And he camps out so that he can be the first one in line.
Interesting.
Now, what does that have to do with Costco? Right?
Yeah. What does it have to do with
There is
Costco?
this couple, older, white, that their goal is to visit every Costco in the United States.
They must be retired.
Yeah. I mean,
What the fuck? Like, what is your fucking
That's-
life like? How boring is basic as fuck is your life that you think that all the Costcos are that different? Like,
well, maybe I'm thinking that it's probably the opposite of that. It's the fact that all the Costco's are the same. It just gives them an excuse to travel.
We're just traveling to all the Costco's across the United States. It's a life goal of ours. It's we get a hot dog and a drink for $1.50 at every single one.
There's people in my hometown that have never left that hometown, and they need some reason, any reason, just to travel.
You imagine that, like, your life sucks so bad that you're like, this corporate fast food chain. Or this corporate fucking grocery store. I don't know what Costco is.
Costco's,
it's a warehouse store.
Warehouse, yeah, discount warehouse.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got to visit every one of those. Like, what? What?
Apparently they have restaurants inside. I've never been to a Costco.
They have a food
What in
stand.
the fuck did you just say?
You've never been to a Costco?
No.
Apparently they have a restaurant inside.
No, I've heard tell. People
They
are always
serve
like,
food, yes, but it's not a restaurant.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you eat hot dogs?
no,
You eat pizza.
not anymore. I can't have wheat.
Okay.
But I used to. I used to love pizza.
All right. Anyway, here's why I don't understand what you just said. Because, like, what is a Costco member? $60?
Yeah.
$60 here. It would be worth it. Okay. When was the last time you could eat wheat and all that shit? Did you used to eat hot dogs?
I never liked them.
Okay. All right.
Focus on pizza here.
Here's why you should know, because, like, you like me have been poor
Yes.
and, like, survival.
I like how you said have.
Yeah, I don't feel like you're about to see why. Getting a $60 or sharing with someone because you're poor, so you'd go in with somebody, so $30 membership to Costco.
All right.
To be able to walk in there and buy a hot dog, a full size, like a quarter-pound hot dog, and a drink for $1.50.
Wow.
What does a slice of pizza cost?
Like $2 something.
$2 something.
But you don't need a membership to go to the concession.
And boom. That's why I'm shocked you don't know what Costco is like inside. Because it is the cheapest place to eat. You can get a hot dog. You can get whatever that chicken thing is.
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty sure I know why.
A salad.
chicken pita salad.
You could get it. They have
Where's-
2 different salads.
Where's the Costco here?
Calzone.
I don't even know.
We have 3.
Well,
Okay.
There's Eubank. There's the one on Renaissance. Mm-hmm. And then there's one on the west side. I'm not sure. 'Cause
It's off of Coors.
I don't go that way.
Okay.
I'm sure that white couple knows exactly where they are. They've been to every single Costco in the fucking nation. But the thing about Costco is like,
Up until last year, I didn't have a car. Are there buses that go there?
of course.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing about it, too, you can walk through Costco, and every 10 feet, there is someone with samples of whatever. Pieces of pretzel,
Sometimes there's drinks. There's food. There's
coffee,
pasta.
you know, it's like Homer Simpson heaven, you know. But like, if you know, the people who eat at Ho know about Costco, right? I mean, you can't eat any cheaper than Costco.
No.
I go to Costco for lunch all the time. I'll get a hot dog. You get a hot dog, quarter pounder, in the bun, and then the condiments are free, and then a drink, refillable drink, $1.50. You cannot beat that deal anywhere.
I've never been.
See, and like I saw someone post it today.
Do we have 3 here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw someone post today somewhere that they're like, I got a Costco membership to buy one thing, and I was literally 5 minutes in the door, and I was $200 deep into like, because you walk in and you're like, oh, that's my favorite toothpaste. Shit, I can get 5 boxes of that toothpaste for like, okay, bubble water. The bubble water that I drink for a 12-pack at the store, $6. For a case at Costco, $8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I get Waterloo.
That's
is
what I
mine.
get. Yeah.
It's like $10 for that case.
Yeah, or $10, whatever, yeah. it's ridiculous. Like you're like, holy shit, that's such such savings.
That was
You know when and I feel like we're proving the case for these people. You know when the good time at Costco is? Furniture time.
yeah.
When they get all the furniture in, and you're like, ooh. I mean, I do need a pit couch. $1,300. That's not bad.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. What?
It's right next to the Home Depot I go to all the time.
And you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say there is some differences to
Yeah.
each Costco you go to. Like, I've gone to the Costco in Alaska.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of different stuff than we would get down here.
Because,
so there are those differences.
Well, because
but,
they probably have better seafood. They have really good seafood at that one.
well,
probably.
that, but also like they're selling more like winter clothing. They're
Yeah.
selling more like the stuff you would need to live and survive in Alaska.
I'll tell you this, and this has turned into like the most basic bitch hour of everything. So I can no longer have like white flour.
Okay.
It's the worst.
It's the worst thing for you. It's what causes diabetes. And I love pizza, right? And someone's like, you got to go to Costco. They have, and I have a membership. They're like, they have frozen pizzas where the crust is made out of cauliflower, right? How much is a frozen pizza at the grocery store? $8, $9?
I was gonna say like 3, dude.
No. What do you? What
Yeah.
are you eating? Like the Tony's or whatever? If you get
Tombstone, Jimmy's,
they're not $3.
Red Barons.
They're like $6.
no.
Oh.
I used to survive off of these, dude.
When was the last time you got one? They're not that cheap. I survive off them too.
Been like a year.
Yeah, they're not that cheap. Not now. They're like especially a DiGiorno. A DiGiorno can be like $9, $10 now.
Oh yeah, no, those are always expensive. I never got those.
So I go to Costco. They have these like gourmet pizzas, 2 in a box, for $10, and the crust is made out of cauliflower, and they're awesome. And I was like, whoa, the best, like almost the best frozen pizza I've ever had. And I was like, yes, I can have pizza still. Because that's a tough one to give up.
It
Oh, yeah.
really is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to every Costco in the nation.
You should see me and my brother now. It's a travesty. See us order a pizza and there's nothing, like we just eat the toppings and the cheese off of it, and there's just this discarded like bread things.
Red shell.
Yeah, well, that was delicious.
I wish more places would make. I mean, I guess it's tough to make a whole wheat crust, right? I don't know. You can't have wheat at all anyway. But
yeah, I can't have wheat at all.
But like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was turned into one of those where I had basically cut out all bread altogether.
Oh, I love bread.
just stopped eating
I just
it,
can't
pretty
have
much.
white. I just can't have like white bread. I just can't have it. Yeah.
The only wheat or any kind of carb I was having was beer.
Yeah.
That was honestly it.
Yeah.
I do miss a wheat beer.
Yeah.
I still can have that.
I'm not gonna lie about that, but I've embraced whole rye. Mm-hmm. And like all my sandwiches are on whole rye bread.
There you go.
Pumpernickel.
Dude, I love fucking rye.
Hell yeah.
Little Jewish rye. Hell yeah. Marble rye. Love it. Love it. Big fan.
But I do miss pizza.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Well, go to Costco.
See, I think you've now that that is hilarious.
A
Though.
cauliflower crust, I'm telling you.
I'm all, where is this Costco? I'm all, it's right next to the Home Depot. I'm at all the time.
And I brought up the cauliflower crust thing, and people, I think, assume they take cauliflower and just crush it. It's not. They like shred it up and turn it into a flour, and then make crust out of it, and it tastes like bread. It's weird.
I'm well aware of all the alternatives to bread.
No,
at
but
this moment.
yeah, I was like that because I was
That's why I was all no comment. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's good. Like, I was shocked. I was like, and I'm one of those people that's like, everybody's like, oh, you want to drink a soda, drink a Coke Zero. It tastes just like a Coke. And it does not.
No.
No, it tastes, it tastes Coke-like.
Yeah. But it still has that, is it saccharin? Something. It has that, whatever that taste is, that sweetener.
My mom swears by it, though.
Yeah. And so does mine. And then everybody's like, oh, my mom was like,
I thought it was aspartame.
Aspartame. That's the word. And then my mom and them were like, well, Diet Dr. Pepper tastes just like Dr. Pepper. It does not.
No.
Dr. Pepper is amazing, and Diet Dr. Pepper does not taste like it. And it is not amazing. And I don't give a fuck who says it does not. No way, no how. But I also don't drink sodas that much.
Right?
So I don't care. I gave those up, no problem.
There was like,
Yeah.
what did my brother say? He's like, oh yeah, when you turn 30, if you want to have like if you want to keep a flat stomach, you have a couple options. You can stop drinking sodas, or you can stop drinking beer. And I was like, well, that's an easy one. Goodbye, sodas.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I just I had like a lot of issues with my stomach. And I remember like I would always have like, this was like in my 20s. And I would just like, literally I would, before a party, I would be taking Alka-Seltzer before a party.
Oh wow.
In your 20s.
You have a whole different idea of pre-gaming.
And just so I could like settle my stomach so I could drink. So then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I need to lose weight, and I stopped drinking sodas, right? And I ended up losing like 14 or 15 pounds or whatever. And I was talking to someone in there, and I was like, yeah, I quit drinking sodas. And they were like, oh, is it because it would upset your stomach? And I was like, no, to lose weight. And they're like, oh. And then all of a sudden I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And they're like, well, the dark coloring in that they put in sodas, some people it affects them and it causes stomach issues. And I was like,
the caramel coloring?
yeah.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. I haven't had stomach problems in like
Since you
months.
quit drinking soda.
And so I have like, I will like, since probably like my late 20s, early 30s, I'll have maybe 10 sodas a year.
Yeah.
Maybe. And yeah, it was a fucking game changer. It was like weird. Like I never went to the doctor and like got it diagnosed. But I mean, when you cut something out and all of a sudden you don't have the health problems, gone. That's how that's how I live. I don't know. Like if I get rid of something and all of a sudden my life is better, I'm like, okay.
Well, I had a teacher in high school who she would get a Diet Coke from McDonald's every single day. Every single day she would get a Diet Coke from McDonald's, to the point where the roof of her mouth ended up going numb.
Ew.
And so she ended up quitting.
Just one though a day?
She would have.
Yeah.
Well, who knows how big that cup is?
It was a large soda.
Yeah.
And she would have one every single day for, at least 20 years, like from what I understand. And so she finally quit, and her mouth went back to normal.
That's crazy.
Luckily.
Here's what I want to know. Like I've worked at places with like people, and I'm really glad I've never. I used to do Red Bull, but like I've never really gotten into these energy drink things.
Yeah.
And like one time I worked for this company that had a bunch of gas stations. They had like 30 something gas stations. So they would come in the office and they would bring like the samples. And I remember they brought in one of the Monster Energy coffees.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool. I'll try. I drank half one. I thought I was having a heart attack. But anyway, there was dudes that would work there. They would buy that Monster, called the BFC, the can that was called the BFC, the big fucking can, and with the unscrew top. They would buy a couple of those a day and drink them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, like, you imagine quitting that? You'd have two different crashes. You'd have your sugar crash and your caffeine crash. But what is going to be the long-term effects on people who do shit like that? Because I know there's people out there who drink. Like, I work with people right now that, like in our offices, we have refrigerators, and they'll just pack the refrigerator full of energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I had a mild heart attack when I was 27,
Yeah.
and another one when I was 29, and
Yeah.
a mild stroke when I was 30, and that was all from caffeine.
Yeah. I drink coffee, but man.
Oh, no, I used to get a Coca-Cola and then put espresso in it.
Jesus, bro.
No wonder.
It was,
Good God.
You should just do cocaine about it.
Right?
no, cocaine doesn't do shit. Not to me, at least. I don't know.
Wow. Dude, that's
There's
crazy.
soda with an espresso in it?
Coca-Cola, yeah. It has to
A
be
soda with an espresso
with
in it.
espresso in it, yeah.
Fuck.
Coca-Cola with espresso. It's delicious, and man, it gets you going.
Like, here's what I don't get, though. Like, I work with people that are in their 20s, and they're drinking like 2 or 3 energy drinks a day. Like, when you're in your 20s, you should have energy.
Yeah.
Like, where is your energy at?
Rockstar is where it's at too.
Motherfuck.
Man.
That's those are just as bad.
Those are crazy. That's if you need to like stay up all night.
For what?
Work, parties. I don't know. Who needed sleep? I was in my 20s.
God almighty, man.
I mean, I have a coworker that uses the 5-hour energy drinks, the little shooter guys. And I don't know.
Now I have done those.
Okay.
The difference, though, I mean, they do have caffeine, I think.
Yeah.
But they also are just pumped full of like
B vitamins.
vitamins.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
So those are mildly better.
yeah, I've done
than
those.
a Monster, which I get no benefit from drinking a Monster besides I was just craving one.
There's
Like,
never in my life have I had a whole one.
Yeah, I went through a stint
Yeah.
and then I was like, no, I don't need this much sugar or this,
Yeah.
but it never like gave me the energy
Well,
that it was supposed
I mean,
to.
okay, the thing I think is crazy about it, like I'm not going to condemn it all. Like I think a Red Bull, like those come in a certain. I mean, I've done Red Bulls,
Yeah.
but the can is so much smaller.
They have a
And-
conservative size there.
But I mean, they do have the big ones too. They do have big ones.
8.4 ounces
Yeah.
is their standard like size.
And-
Of
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I never drank Red Bulls to like get energy. We would do like I like Red Bull and Jägermeister
That's true.
because I was in a frat and
Use it as a
that's-
mixer.
You know, as we do. I like it like that. But
Well, and they would hand them out like candy. Like
Yeah.
you'd have the Red Bull people
Oh.
come out.
Red Bull cranberry and Red Bull cranberry juice and blueberry vodka.
what happened to those people like back in the day?
Those ambassadors.
Well, for everything, right?
Yeah.
You used to go to a bar or a party. They'd be at a party and they'd have like a Red Bull, that plastic backpack, right?
Yeah.
And they would just hand out Red Bulls at a party. Like that
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a crazy fucking street team, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was a street team, and they would have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
random looking ass car.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. With the
That
with
was
the
built
with the
in
with
with the
the big
coolers at the back.
they had the big can on the top of the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like there was also like I was thinking about this the other day too. Like you would go into a bar and you're just chilling in a bar like on a, I don't know, Tuesday or Thursday night or whatever, and all of a sudden like Murphy's Irish Stout would come in.
Or-
You still have
or-
street teams, but they're mostly
Yeah.
like for Bud Light and
Yeah.
those kind of.
But you know what I mean?
places. But
They-
yeah.
I remember like Smiley had he gave me a hat for sorry. Murphy's Irish Stout, but like I remember like who came in? Jägermeister one time came in, and they were always like really attractive women, right? And they'd come in and they'd be like, if you order a shot of Jägermeister, you get a choice of a koozie, a knit hat, or a T-shirt. You know, it was always something like that, right? Oh wow! They said are you talking about Kevin Lindley says I saw them driving to Santa Fe a few days ago. Is this the Red Bull people?
It'd have to be.
Have to be right.
With
yeah,
that.
it's probably a delay. But like, I thought those like those were like the most awesome times.
Oh yeah.
You know, are those? It's just Bud Light now.
Well, that's the one I see the
Yeah.
most in like a bar setting.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still see the Jaegers are out. The
Yeah.
Jaeger people are out there.
I mean, I also
Like,
don't go to bars that they'd probably go in. You know?
Yeah. Those are mostly
They're
like
not-
the sports bars. And
They're not. Yeah, they're not
such
going to like
that.
Launchpad or
Yeah, no. They're not going to show up at
Yeah.
Anodyne or.
Yeah, right. I actually haven't been to Anodyne in quite a long time. I don't know. Maybe I'll pop in there tonight. We'll see.
There you go.
It's a Sunday night.
Just to let them know. Hey everyone.
Still thinking about you.
You guys, I'm still around. Still around.
Got to make the rounds.
MOD. Yeah, he says. Yeah, he's talking about Red Bull. But yeah, I remember like yeah. Well, I mean, they probably still do that. I mean, we're not young anymore. We're not at those kind of parties where they walk around and handing out Red Bulls.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a bunch of Malort, the little airplane bottles. Have a big Malort backpack. So Holly Ann and I came up with an idea.
You're not even like spot. You're just all what?
Yeah.
I just
No.
wanted everyone to have some.
No.
alert.
Holly Ann and I came up with an idea, and I want people to write in and let me know how they feel about this. And we're only going to be able to give this away locally. We're thinking about for Christmas giving away a 10-drink minimum basket, and it's like a fifth of Malort, a bunch of airplane bottles of Malort, that durian fruit, and it's
Oh,
like
no.
and it's like you know, what did I write? Oh yeah, we had like slogans for it back and forth. It was pretty funny. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's all this. Let me see if I can find it.
There's some stickers and pens in there.
Right. But
I can autograph a picture of myself.
Make another small
well,
wood burning.
but it would be like one of those. It'd be like kind of like you won, but you lost. You know.
It reminds me of the fluffy
Yeah.
basket that he did for his comedian friend.
Who?
Iglesias.
Oh yeah.
Fluffy, the comedian. He made a basket for his black comedian friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave it to him in his hotel room, and it had like chicken,
Oh,
like
geez.
fried chicken,
Wow.
watermelon, Kool-Aid, all these things. Like it was.
I mean, they're out of love though. Yeah.
Out of love, yeah.
But this would be like, we'd put like a fifth of Malort, a bunch of airplane bottles, that durian fruit soda, and it'd be like, hey, does your family hate you? Does your dog think you're a loser? Well, it's not going to get any better. Here you go. You know, like a
It has
slogan
the
like
greetings
that.
card.
Yeah. So the durian soda. Do you know what that is?
I heard of I know of the fruit, but I've never
All right.
heard that it was in a soda. And
So it's like
don't know if I wanna
it's
try
like
it.
an internet thing. It's like a YouTube thing. Right?
No, we're not
Okay.
opening that in
No.
here ever.
Oh,
like,
no,
please
no.
no.
So
Not again.
so okay. So the Malort thing, right? Like, there's people like who will come in here and they'll do the Malort. Have you done Malort?
Was that the one I did?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
tortilla factory?
No.
Then no, I haven't.
That
done
was
Malort.
Thunderbird. So Malort is like known as like one of the nastiest alcohols. But it doesn't bother me. It bothers Smiley.
Yeah, it's gross.
And my girlfriend, it doesn't bother her. She thinks it's like whatever. But people will come in here and they'll like almost puke. You know, it's
Was it the last person on the show?
yeah,
Yeah, that was-
Bonnie. Yeah, some
was
people
like-
it's just and there's like reaction videos. Now, you know, so it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
The durian soda. There's hype and then there's like reality.
Okay.
That is the reality is that it is all the hype. Like it is like
Not
It-
even taste. It just tastes.
no,
like,
it tastes amazing.
Okay, that's what I was
it
going to
tastes
say.
it tastes
But the
really
smell.
good. The smell is overwhelming. It smells like
I couldn't get past the smell.
raw sewage. He couldn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
try it. So here's how bad it is. Imagine like a drink that smells like raw sewage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And I mean, as soon as you open the cap of that bottle, the room smells like raw sewage.
Yep.
Okay.
Then you drink it and it tastes good, but it's a soda.
Okay.
What happens when you drink soda?
Oh no.
You burp. So now it went
You're
down to your stomach,
burping soup.
and
Oh,
you burp out
no.
raw sewage smell that's actually worse.
Especially as a bystander. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh man, it is fucking no joke. Bad. You could take that glass. It comes in a glass bottle, which is fucked up. So if there was a people like protesting or something,
Yeah,
I'm not
just
saying do
toss
this,
it.
and it smashed right in the middle of them, I can't imagine how they could stand it. It's pretty fucking bad.
I would disperse.
Because I know
Yeah.
I've heard of the fruit being smelly, but the fruit itself
yeah, like they won't
being
allow
really, really
like
good.
in the countries where they sell that fruit,
Yeah.
you cannot bring it like in public transportation.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad.
There, if you want to eat something that
And
smells like
someone had
raw
that
sewage,
Great
go
idea
somewhere else.
to turn it into a soda.
Well, it's from like some Asian country. Yeah, there's no actual like English. There may be some English on it, but
Did you get it from a listener, or did someone just like give
I
it
had
as
to
a
order
dare?
it. I had to order it. You could probably
Okay.
you could probably buy it at Taolin Market.
Okay.
I would bet.
I was like, I don't want to open
Yeah.
it. Oh, okay.
and so it was like two
It
of them.
looks so innocent,
Totally.
but it looks like a bomb. And
Yeah.
It's like in the shape of a bomb.
Yeah, look, Smiley has it in his hand. But it's like one of those things where it's like, I think 2 bottles were like $10.
Product of Japan.
Product of Japan. But it is as advertised. It is no fucking joke.
Interesting.
Oh,
You wanna
God.
show it?
Yeah, here, let me. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I came in
Yeah.
exceptionally hungover that day.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
can't imagine.
The second they opened it, I was like, I'm not trying that.
Oh,
I
it
couldn't.
is no joke. Like, yeah. And it was one of those things where I was like, I'm going to do this to these guys. And then afterwards I was like, wow, I regret the shit out of that. We got 2 bottles. That bottle's been sitting there for 6 months.
It looks
Yeah.
like it's been.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah,
Interesting.
so we'll make a gift basket, put it
have
in
that.
there, and then a bunch. I'm going to order some, another fifth of Malort, and then some airplane bottles. And yeah, I think we'll make it. I think it's a good idea, and we'll give it away. I think that's funny for Christmas. Yeah.
That'd be a good one. That's
It's
a
like,
good gag
hey,
one.
congratulations, you lost, loser.
That is definitely a loser.
I like it. Then
A
I
lost
will.
basket.
I will definitely contribute a signed headshot to it. I'll be like, here you go. That's
Wow. Jesus. Yeah.
You won, but you lost.
You lost. You're a loser. Yeah, 10 drink minimum loser. No, I think that'd be fun. And that was a good idea. I was like, oh man, that's pretty interesting. And yeah. And everybody like, what'd you win? And then they go, oh, sweet. And then they try it and be like, oh God. Yeah.
All of those things.
There should have a bigger warning label on it for just
huge
the smell.
It doesn't even say anything, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No?
Like, not in English wise. I mean,
No.
they put the nutrition's in English on the back of it, but
I
yeah.
don't see anything on that even appears to be a warning
No.
in either language.
Yeah.
No.
But it tastes good. I'm not gonna lie. It's very
Unless that big red line is,
it's very citrusy.
that one is a warning.
Yeah. Do not take on public transportation.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, who? Okay.
Now I can say I do know what it smells like.
Do you know? Do you want to know like what would be a terrible job is a durian farmer? Who's that guy or that person?
Wow.
Ew. A durian fruit
They
farmer.
probably don't even have like a sense of smell anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
They just drink
It's just
diesel.
completely gone.
They just drink diesel till they have no fucking sense of taste or smell.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
God.
is my life.
Oh no, yeah.
Or it's like
They
that,
should get,
it's
like-
like that woman just drink a Diet Coke every day until your freaking
It's
mouth
all,
is numb.
numb.
It's like I went from being a durian farmer that now I go to every Costco in the United States. What a goal! What a goal!
What a goal.
Like when someone's like, "Yeah, I want to go to every amusement park," and that's cool. I'm
Okay.
with it. I get it. That's cool. There's things to do there. There's like different roller coasters, whatever.
Yeah. And they're not.
You can spend a day there.
Shit, if you were like,
You can't spend
I'm
a day in Costco.
I'm going to go to every major mall in the United States. I don't know how many there.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get it. But Costco, like any corporate entity where their whole goal is to make every single one the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Raising Cane's. What is different from one to the other? Their whole like. I work for Pizza Hut. I work for Domino's. Their whole goal is for every single one of these corporate entities is to be as consistent as possible. If you go to Domino's Pizza, Jersey, they want it to be the same quality, taste, everything. So if you've been to one there, you've been to one here.
Yeah, that's
There's
the
no
Yeah.
difference,
that's the point of it.
except for you can get green chili here. It's a difference, but still, what the fuck? I want to go to every Costco in the nation.
Well, I don't know. You hyped it up so much. I'm like, wow, there is a.
Costco's much better.
I prefer Costco. Yeah.
I prefer Costco. But I don't need to go to I don't think I've been to all three in Albuquerque. I've been to two of them. But that's because if I'm like close to one and not the other, I'm like, meh, whatever.
Well, now that I know that one of the places I go on
But-
a regular basis, there's one right next door to it.
I'll tell you what sucks.
I will go.
Is
I'll
if you're
check it
used to
out.
one Costco and you go to the other one,
It's so different.
sucks. You're like,
Sucks.
wait a
You
minute,
can't find
wait a
it.
minute, wait a minute.
I've been to the one on the west side, and that's the layout of that place.
Yeah.
Is
The Costco,
way different
the
than the
coffee
one-
is over. It's supposed to be over here. It's
Yeah.
not over here. Yeah. That's the thing that drives you crazy. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a great place to buy bulk items.
I can now
It is.
understand why these people are
Yeah.
going to every Costco. I'm
No.
like, you're selling it, man.
I'm not.
You guys are selling it up. They're all different layouts.
well, and the,
There's food everywhere.
Oh, no,
and the
they don't have-
Costco versions
Yeah.
of the alcohol. Like,
Oh, alcohol is another reason. So that's the thing about Costco is they hire these companies to make alcohol for them.
Yes.
So it'll be instead of Grey Goose, it's Kirkland brand vodka.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
But it's made by
distilled-
the same company.
But it's made by them. But it's like distilled one time less.
yeah.
And
Okay.
and then you'll get the big handle of vodka, and it's like
$18.
maybe
That's
it's
what in the
yeah
liquor business we call industrial alcohol.
yeah
Lots of people use it.
Yep.
Actually, most small brands do. You just kind of send them your recipe and they make your booze
Yeah.
and send it back.
and like you can go online and you can find out like who makes their whiskey, who makes their vodka, who makes their coffee. The coffee is even done by somebody that's like
Yeah.
pretty big.
Like, who was the big one lately?
What?
Tito's just got outed for that because they're not hand batch made anymore. They send them
No.
off to an industrial
They
place.
do now, yeah. Well, that's another one that's crazy. Like for vodka, the big volume place is out of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so. There's no longer, and I may be wrong on this, and somebody can correct me, but there's no longer a distillery in New Mexico that makes vodka from scratch.
I don't know.
Matt was the last guy. They're saying
Is he not doing that anymore?
Matt's no longer doing any of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Lindley says the coffee is Starbucks, but it says like Kirkland brand, but it's Starbucks. So what these distillers are all doing, because I think it's just easier, is they buy, so that whoever the big volume person is in Kentucky, makes the vodka from scratch, distills it once,
Yeah.
sells it, and it comes in like those.
Yeah, you buy it in bulk, man.
Dude, they come on like, it's like a pallet on the bottom, then a big, like 4-foot by 4-foot plastic cube inside of a metal frame. If you've seen those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they ship it to you. And then with the way the law works, and I don't know if this is every state, I know this is New Mexico, you take that big thing of vodka, pour it into your still, and as soon as you distill it one time through your still, legally it's yours.
Yep.
As soon as you do it one time, it's legally yours.
They're giving you the base, and then from that.
Yep.
Then you're adding whatever you want to it.
Correct. Well, you can't. You can't.
You can't add anything. You can just run it through your
You
still.
can just run it through your still. Because of prohibition laws, at least in New Mexico, you can't do anything before it's finished. Then once it's finished, then you can infuse it. Like once it's bottled. It's bottled. Because of prohibition laws, because people were making alcohol out of fruit and whatever, all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't infuse anything until you can't put anything in it until it's bottled.
Yeah.
And after it's bottled, like that's why a lot of places will be like, we make this, we infuse it after because you have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm a little bit wrong on that, but you can't do it. There's some way you can't do it before.
Okay.
It's really weird, and yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. And but the crazy thing is Safe House Distilling, friends of ours, advertisement on the thing, won best vodka at the World Vodka Competition this year.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
In New Orleans. Yeah. Lurig,
Hell yeah.
friend of the show, big deal. I was like, oh man,
Very, very cool.
that's crazy, right? It's like the best vodka. And like, first of all, like you got Russia, you have like Poland, like have you ever had Polish vodka?
I sure have.
You have. I know you have.
No, I have not.
Like, what is the big one? It's
Belvedere?
nah, is it Belvedere from Poland?
Well, I mean, if you're going for like high end,
Well, it's like
so that's the
what's
high end.
what's the one that's like named?
vodka.
There's one that's like named after like a composer,
Chopin?
Chopin.
Oh, that's right, Chopin. Chopin's the potato vodka.
Yeah, so
and Belvedere's the rye.
So I have a fraternity.
bad.
I have a fraternity brother who's from Poland. Like he's not like his family's from there. No, he was like from there. Like he had a heavy he English was his second language. And I remember he was like, I want to get this vodka that we had back home and drink it with you. And I was like, okay. And he gets it, and it was Chopin, and it was the best vodka I'd ever had.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, and I mean I haven't had it since like 20-something years, but
Well, it's
yeah.
actually made from potatoes, so
Yeah.
that's for one thing.
yeah, because most of it's grain, right?
Most everything else, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Costco has Kirk. They probably have a show. I know that their vodka is really because if you go camping, that's like where you go. You know what they have that is really great for camping is they have this pre-made margarita that has the alcohol in it
Yep.
already,
Yeah.
and you just open the bottle and pour it in a glass and put ice in it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I don't drink it. But I remember buying it for Billy and Marty, and then like they were like, "Wow, that's actually not bad at all."
I mean, you can spice it up even more if you
Yeah.
want to, but it already comes with
The
the
tequila.
in it.
The tequila. Smiley's not happy about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm all
I-
just
I
trying
can tell 'em.
to phase out the bartender, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
No artistic vision for your
Right.
drinks whatsoever.
Well, it was because of Costco that I realized that Safe House's like canned cocktails were two servings, because it says it on there. Because like
Is that something that I've missed that? I didn't realize that it was 2 servings.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and it makes sense.
Very important.
Have you had their canned cocktails?
Oh, yeah.
Which are great.
delicious.
They make the lavender lemonade one, which
Yeah.
is amazing, but it's like 9%.
Yeah.
But if you take soda water and like make 2 drinks out of it, it turns it motherfucker. It turns into the thumbs up thing. It turns into 2 like decently good drinks.
Yeah.
And like I'm at Costco and it's all 2 servings per can, and I was like, oh shit. But it's a little sweet, you know what I mean? So if you cut it and make 2 drinks out of it, you're like, ooh,
Now, this is actually the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to taste.
right?
Or like the first time I had it, if you shotgun it,
Oh yeah, I
Then-
shotgun them.
and then you like really realize they're 2 drinks, you're all, what just happened?
Yeah,
Have I shotgun one? Oh, I don't think I did.
they're pretty rough to shotgun.
Yeah.
That's when you
Well, I
realize.
was trying to think if I did that at the anniversary show.
Well,
here.
because we did. Well, we did the twisted teas. Did you do twisted tea with us?
I can't remember if it was the twisted tea or if it was the lavender.
I don't know. The twisted tea.
I think it was the lavender one.
I'll tell you this. Like when they so Chris, the distiller at owner, the distiller at Safe House, they were like, you need to come over here. This is during the pandemic. They're like, there was many times during the day. I lived right around the corner from him, and he'd be like, you should come over and shotgun a twisted tea with us. And I was like, shotgunning a beer, especially the older you get, it's rough.
yeah.
It's carbonated. It's tough, right?
it's a little harder to like
little harder, yeah.
open your throat all the way like that.
Well, it's just like, and you don't want to, and your stomach gets bloated and all that.
Well, especially like a craft beer.
Yeah.
Or-
And Santa Fe, man, they're
Yeah.
big about that shit
They
too.
love shooting those.
Like they're like doing shotgunning a fucking Java Stout, and I'm like, oh Jesus, you guys are crazy. But like, he's like, you want to shotgun a twisted tea, and it just sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
And I go over there and I do it, and it's so refreshing. I've done like so many. I've gotten so many people. So not only did they get me into it, we got Ming Chin into it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then he takes it back to New Jersey, and I've seen him and like celebrities like shotgun twisted teas,
That's awesome.
and it's really weird because especially if it's like hot outside,
Yeah.
it's awesome. It's like, and there's no carbonation. It's like shotgunning. It's like to me, it's always like they always had those commercials for the Nestea, and like they'd fall backwards into like a swimming pool. It's like super. They're like, oh, refreshing. It is. Mm-hmm. You're just like power drinking an iced tea, And it was funny because like they would get the multi pack, and I was like, oh, they have Arnold Palmer in there, and they were like, oh no, it's got alcohol. It's John Daly.
Yep.
I was like, that's really good. You guys are animals. Yeah, oh, man.
That is pretty good. Does it say that on the can?
No,
No.
but it should.
But
It
it's-
should.
Because that would be amazing.
I remember getting the cans of Arnold Palmer and then
Yeah.
mixing vodka in it and making it a John Daly.
Did you ever see that Sports Center commercial?
I don't think so.
Where they were in the cafeteria, and there's they're all the two like commentators are like walking to the cafeteria, and all of a sudden one of them's like, hey, wait, shh, and Arnold Palmer's over there, and he's all like really him, and he's got the cup, and he's all, and it says iced tea, and it has lemonade, and he's all pshk, pshk. and they're all whoa. Like it's golf, but he's making the Arnold Palmer. Like he's making it, and I was like, that's pretty fantastic. I always loved that. They always used to have the best commercials
Yeah.
back in the day. I don't know, but I always thought that one was great because they're like arguing back and forth. Someone's like, shh, look, and Arnold Palmer's all.
If only they could have had John Daly there doing his.
Oh man,
his mix and
have you
like, dude.
watched his 30 for 30?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's worth it.
I'll have to.
John Daly is like the frat boy, party animal, sports guy.
Yeah.
Like they show him like, and he's like, he's like teeing off a tall boy, and then they tell a story where Tiger Woods, he's like, yeah. They were like, did you really beat Tiger Woods drunk? And he's like, yeah. And then I'll tell us that story. And he's like, yeah, I was, Tiger was we just got done with the round. And he's like, hey, let's go have a drink. And Tiger's like, I got to go practice. It's my swing after a round. And he's like, whatever. And then he's walking by and we're like, Tiger, come have a drink. And he's like, I got to go to sleep and get up in the morning. And he goes, all right. And he's like, so I stayed up all night and I drank 2 bottles of Crown. 2 bottles of Crown. And he hadn't slept. Mm-hmm. And he gets up the next day and he beat Tiger Woods. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's like
the best.
That's the best shit ever. That's the kind of shit you're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the way to do it. That's how I do brunch.
Do you see, I don't want to say the name of the place, but there's a place in Nob Hill that's doing the Sunday Bloody Marys again?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think we're going to go next Sunday.
Ooh.
The Build Your Own?
Mm-hmm. I know what
Do you remember like when that started? I don't know if they started it here in Albuquerque. I know they didn't start it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like where I don't know if people, this is a thing anymore, but like you go, and I remember I would make these elaborate, like it would be a Bloody Mary, and it would have like donuts and a hamburger and some chicken wings and celery and some vegetables and cheeses all over it. And people would be like, how much did you pay for that? And I'd be like, $7.45 plus tip. I'd be like, what? And then like it just became a thing where there was like,
those were everywhere.
6 different places around town that had
They were
that.
competing with each other.
Yeah. Crab legs and
But then they started charging for all the extras a little bit.
Really?
Well, a little bit. I mean, I don't do Bloody Marys.
Why not?
I'm not a big fan of tomato juice, honestly.
Oh, well, you don't like a chilada either, huh?
No.
I've gotten so many people on the chilada wagon. Like Billy. I remember Billy. We're heading to Road to Riches. It was our first year to go.
Okay.
And we first of all, Billy, not a camper. I'm like, I'm like, had gone to the store. I'd like bought my hot dogs, I bought my brats, bought some burgers, bought some, whatever, chips and all that shit. And I go to pick him up and he's like got his tent, a sleeping bag, and like maybe a backpack. Mm-hmm. And I was like, where's your food? And he's like, I think there's a McDonald's in Grants. Can we stop? I'll just buy 2 days worth of food. Like at McDonald's?
I'm surprised he brought a tent.
Right?
Right? Because that
I was like, the one time I went, didn't he just sleep in his van?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the time he's sleeping in someone's van.
Yeah.
His van, someone's van.
Or someone's car, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, well, I probably have enough food for everybody. Anyway, but we stopped to get liquor, and I was like, let's do. I was like, I'm gonna get these chiladas from when we're hungover in the morning. And he goes, what is that? Or michelada.
Yeah.
They call them chilada, but michelada.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a red beer. And he's like, what do you mean a red beer? It's like, it's tomato juice and beer, or clamato juice, tomato juice and beer.
It's one of those. It's a red beer.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know.
Got tomatoes involved.
He's like, I don't understand it. And I was like, okay. Well, tomorrow when we're fucking hungover, we're gonna drink these and not be hungover anymore.
Yeah.
And the next morning we get up and like I crack one, I hand it to him. And he's like, he's like, I don't know if I can have alcohol. I was like, just drink this. He starts drinking it and he's like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I was like, right?
Yeah. I mean, you need something to get up so you can get to the breakfast line.
To the next level,
Right?
yeah.
And so then
You have to get out of from the tent to the breakfast line.
So a couple weeks ago, I'm like, it's like a Sunday, I think. And I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, oh man, I'm hurting. I'm gonna go get some micheladas. And she's like, what is that? I was like, a red beer. And she's like, tomato juice? I'm like, yeah. Or clamato. And she goes, oh. I was like, okay, you don't have to drink them. But they have all different, like they have like Modelo makes like a
there's a
whole different, they have a mango and a. So
many flavors.
So I get them. I was like, here's the mango one. I'm gonna open it. You take some drinks out of it. You don't like it, I'll drink it. Loved it. So today she's like, There was one still in the fridge, and it was the watermelon one. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Is there still a michelada in the fridge?" I was like, "Yeah, the watermelon one." She goes, "Ah." She goes, "I hate watermelon flavoring." I was like, "Okay. Well, I'm about to take a shower for the show. Open that one. Take a couple drinks. If you don't like it, I'll drink it." She opens it, takes a drink, and she goes, "Oh, you can't have this one."
It's fine.
And I'm like, man, I don't understand. I guess it just sounds gross.
There's a whole section of them in my store.
God, I love them.
So many different flavors.
It got to the point where I'd buy that Modelo 12 pack. I don't like the lime ones, but I think the mango ones are great. I think most of them are great.
I was like, I'll give those a shot, but
Yeah.
just in general, I've tried Bloody Marys, I've tried them, but I just don't enjoy them. I have a friend that does. She'll go get the pickle beer from Bosque,
Yeah.
and she'll do that with tomato juice.
Ooh,
And
that
she
sounds fantastic.
loves
Yeah.
it. Like she talks about it all the time.
Oh my god. So I got to do this again. My girlfriend did this. She went and bought the Teller vodka from Safe House Distilling. We're doing a commercial for them today, which we do. I mean, they're friends of ours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what she did is she went and bought that. This was for my birthday, I think, and she got the idea from Portland, and she infused it with horseradish.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And it sounds like not good, right?
Infused which one with like
Just vodka.
just
Yeah,
the
the
regular
vodka.
vodka?
Right.
Okay.
So she just infuses the regular vodka with horseradish, right?
Yeah.
And it was pretty staunch. Like she probably, we thought she put too much. All right.
Only if you're taking a shot.
Here's how you do it. This was like the whole idea, right? She goes and buys a jar of the little gherkins, the little mini pickles.
Yeah.
Right? You take a shot of the horseradish vodka and you immediately put a mini pickle in your mouth and crunch it. Fantastic.
Huh.
Fantastic.
You got to cut it down a little.
Because
It's awesome.
you cut the horseradish with the sweetness of the pickle.
They're not sweet. The dill
Oh,
pickle.
they're not
the dill.
They're dill ones.
The
Oh.
dill ones. And I was like, man, like at first I was like, I don't know. I don't like full on pickles. I like but I like the little ones.
Okay.
The little mini pickles.
They're all crunch.
Yeah. They're all crunch, but they're still dill. There's still enough dill. So you do the horseradish vodka, bam, mini dill pickle, and it's like boom, and it's fantastic. And
What is it supposed to taste like? Is it just like, does it just calm it down and you still
yeah,
get those flavors?
the flavors are really. So one thing is, one way I live my life, and this wasn't my idea. I read it somewhere.
I'd almost have like a piece of sausage with it too.
Is
It's really good.
There's ingredients. There's things I don't like. What do you have against pickle? What? What do you have? What do you have against big pickle? Penguin blue waving terror. I don't know what that means. I have nothing against big pickle. People can eat pickles all day. I don't. It's just not my thing. But like the mini ones, I'd like. Where was it? Where was I going before I got derailed by that?
You like flavor combinations, I believe.
Oh, so like I don't like black olives. I don't like certain things. But like if the chef made it that way, I want to try it that way. Cuz sometimes there's flavors there's like an ingredient I don't like, but with the other flavors it works.
Yeah.
And if you tell them to cut that out, then you don't get to have what the chef or the person who created the recipe intended. So I don't, if I don't like something enough, I won't order that food item. But most of the time, like today, we were talking about like tuna salad. I don't like mayonnaise. I'm not a mayonnaise person.
Boo.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude.
Anyway, but like I was talking about tuna melts and what's in them. But like
But you will not like spread mayonnaise on your
bread and eat
piece of-
it. Yeah.
You're not the person who's like, can I get some mayo with my fries, please?
Correct. No. I'm not Canadian.
I do that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nothing like mayo.
I do have my own version
Mayo
of a
and
fry
fries?
sauce,
Yeah.
which is part mayo and ketchup and a bunch of other things, but
Yeah.
it's half and half.
Okay.
So I make my own fry sauce.
Nice.
Okay. But but I'm one of those people. Like if I'm like, well, I don't like black. So Dion's makes. I'm not a big Dion's pizza person. I think their pizza's fine,
Yeah,
but they do that one that's like, is it called the garbage barge,
I think so.
where they put everything on it. And most of those toppings I don't like individually, but if you put them all together, all in one piece of pizza, I will eat it, and I think it tastes great.
Well, because most likely it's going to be masked by everything else. That's
Or it just
on the
just
pizza.
the taste mixes with it. I don't know. It's weird. Does that make sense?
No,
Like,
I mean I totally
yeah.
get what you mean.
Yeah. Like I don't like black olives,
Yeah.
but on that I'll eat it. Crunch right through it. The only time I'll tell someone to take something off is if it's a texture thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I'm not a big mushroom person, and it's a texture thing. I also don't think they taste like anything, but that's me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have
I
an
just see
opinion on
Smiley.
mushrooms here. I'm
Yeah.
like, I was thinking when you said mushrooms, I was like,
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're like lit up on drugs.
yeah.
Stay off the drugs, Smiley.
Think
All right.
about the mushrooms I took before the show.
Oh, lovely. That's what I have against Big Pinkle. Pinkle. All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. I've had enough of this. You guys really grinding my gears tonight. I'm just kidding. Keep an eye out for that 10 drink minimum basket giveaway. Or if you guys think it's a good idea, I don't even know if we should do it. But if you guys write in and say we should give one away, we'll put one together.
Oh yeah.
We'll have fun with it. And we may even do like a small one that we can maybe ship somewhere. I don't know. That'd be fun for Christmas. For Christmas. It's for kids. Just kidding. It's not. It's not. Unless your kids like durian fruit.
You like things that kind of taste like
That'd be a
sewage.
bad gag gift.
Do you like do you like dirty rubber bands and raw sewage? 10 drink minimum gift basket. Just kidding. Yeah. Maybe we'll throw in something from the studio. We'll see. But yeah, thank you, Michael, for filling in.
Of course.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
being
inviting
here.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here, Smiley.
Oh, always.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to Costco. I love you.
I love you.
With that, we
We
are
are
10
10
drink
drink
minimum.
minimum.